here with Root Healthy Plants, and today's video we are talking about the common milkweed. Why am I talking about the common milkweed? The common milkweed has been my greatest pollinator this season. I imagine a lot of people think that may be hard to believe, but it's been my greatest pollinator, way more than my zinnias, my marigolds, and all the other flowers that I grew. This area is where I typically have the most milkweed, but I used to cut it down every year. Over in this section, I used to see these things popping up, and I was wondering what they were. I looked them up, and it said common milkweed. And at the time, I had a dog. It said that the common milkweed is poisonous to animals if the animals eat it. I said, you know what, I'm gonna just cut this down. I don't want my dog accidentally eating it and getting poisoned by it. I've been cutting it down every year, and this year I decided to let it grow. When I let it grow, it grew to the point of it actually flowering this time, and there were just so many bees. Let's see if we can count these bees. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9. We have 10. It's 10 bees so far. And we have 11. And then let's come up here. We got 12. That is crazy. That's crazy. Like, what is attracting these insects like that? And I'm going to get a close-up, and just to show you, there's still some insects on some of these. So what you see here on the milkweed, say this is the bulb of the milkweed. When it's starting to go to seed, there is a ton of large milkweed bugs on the milkweed bulb. You can see a ton on that one. We got another one over there. Look at all those large milkweed bugs right there on the bulbs. Even on another plant, you can see other bugs right there. Not necessarily the same looking, but you can just see how much bugs and insects and natural life these things attract. And some of these are going to seed. So you have a lot of them that you can see these little white things. You could just call them like wings almost for the seeds. So I'm going to cut these off because these things want to fly away. If I just like pick this off right here, the wind takes this in the air and just lets that just fly where it wants to go. And the common milkweed, it can spread by seed like that. The milkweed would spread through the rhizomes under the soil in previous years because I wouldn't let it grow to the point of seeding. So I'm going to cut this off right now because I don't want any more of these seeds flying away. I'm going to cut this one off first. And there's still bugs on them. I just wanted to make sure that these don't fly away anymore because I got a ton of them flying away now. There's a few of these bulbs that have a ton of seeds on them that I'm also going to cut off. But before I do, I want to bring this close to the camera and I want to show you one of the bulbs with all those seeds popping out. So you can see right there, look at all those seeds. They're getting ready to pop out, and maybe sat there for another day or two. These will be flying all in the wind like that, flying all around. So I'm just catching these before they start flying around. I like to let them fully mature and open up, but catch it before they start flying around. Oh, just lost one. But they do disconnect from the seed. So sometimes they disconnect from the seed and it's just the white part flying out, just like that. That's just the white part. So those don't really matter. That's not going to seed anything. The seeds are the brown ones. See the brown seeds? And then I just knock the seed off of there. Just let those fly away. Keep the seed, just like that. I want to next year intentionally plant these all around my garden, and I want to see how many bees and insects just pollinate so much more, and we get so much more fruit development from our plants. So I'm cut that one off. That one's opened up. We got a few more right here that are open. These are dried out and ready to come off. Oh, dropped it. Well, you can see this pod is open And you can see all those seeds right there, brown and dried out. And I'm going to keep those for next year, or maybe plant some this year and they'll just pop up on their own in the spring. But I'm collecting and harvesting these seeds for my pollinators. And they say there's some edible parts of the milkweed. I'm not going to venture into eating it. I just want the seeds for pollination. This one is open and ready. Dang, I keep dropping them. And it's good to catch them before, sometimes the pods will fall off. I've had some where I had to pick the pods up off the floor. Ooh, there's a lot of bugs on this one. Ooh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sit this in my greenhouse and hopefully these bugs will make their way out and go somewhere else. I don't see these bugs anywhere else in my yard. They're only attracted to the milkweed. Now the milkweed, it does also attract aphids. So I mean, that is another potential downside depending on how you look at it. If you say, okay, the aphids are attracted to these, so they're not going to be attracted to some of your other plants, then if you choose to look at it like that, then I guess that's a plus. Some people may look at it like it's attracting aphids and I don't want aphids anywhere near my garden. I'll give you a close-up of the aphids being on these plants. So if you can see how this plant looks nice and green like a plant, and then it starts to turn like brownish, orangish, that's not fungus. Those are aphids. Those are aphid bugs. If you can see them moving around, those are aphids on the milkweed. They love the milkweed. You can see more aphids right there under the leaves right there. Those are all live aphids right there. Those are all live aphids. And just looking around, we have some more. Okay, there we go. Large milkweed bug. Just sitting on the leaves, hanging out on the bulbs, even hanging out on the dry leaves. They just love the milkweed. It attracts so many insects. So many. And the most favorite insect that these things attract is the monarch butterfly. Look at those things. Look, you got his little, the big ones, got the little ones right there. Looking after the little ones, waiting for this pod to open up. I'll see you on the next one. Keep it growing.